Hi, this is Leo. In this chapter, we will talk about the third chapter of Solid Modeling Basic, History Manager, in which I will introduce you the main elements of History Manager and also how to operate them. Now let's get started. So first of all, I will show you the main elements in History Manager. In general, there are four parts inside. Filter, object folder, history tree, and the replay panel. So for filter, it's easy to understand. You can choose the items you want to display or hide, or you can just search the items by the keywords. And for object folder in ZW3D, there are solid folder, surface folder, and the wireframe folder. And also, if you have expressions or part configs, you can also check it in the corresponding folders. Okay, and for history tree, all the modeling history are listed here. You can check and do some operations, for which I will show you soon. Okay, and for history replay panel, you can do some history operations here, like a replay, edit, delete, suppress, unlink, and also relocate, and etc. Okay, and on the right side of the page, we can see some common feature-based operations, like redefine, suppress, unsuppress, check dependency, or unlink. And also there are some like redefine, edit, rollback, or show dimensions, and etc. Okay. In the last page, we have learned some feature-based operations. But in this page, I will show you some commonly used history-based operations. So first is region history. This one is easy to understand. We can region the whole history tree with this command. And the second one is conditional suppress, which we will cover in the 3.3 chapter. Okay, and for encapsulate, which means we can defeature all and replace by static shapes, so that the history regeneration will be speed up significantly. Okay, and about a record state, which means we can record a state in the end of a specific feature, so we can quickly locate it when doing regeneration. Okay, and for history folder, which means we can combine several history steps with a folder, so it's much easier to manage. Okay, for frozen, you can see in the right corner, if we freeze some history features, then they will not be regenerated, so that the history regeneration will be speed up. Now let's move over to ZW3D to show you more details. Okay, first let me show you the main elements of the history manager. So in the top is the filter. So you can choose which items you want to show or hide. Like here, I can just show the sketches here. Okay, and also you can search for some items you want, like search extrude. Here you can see all the extrude features will be highlighted. Okay, and below is the object folders, like solid folder, surface folder, wireframe folder, expression folder, and the part config folders. So you can do some basic operations, like you can erase all, blank all, or unblank all, or you can just unblank a single solid. Okay. And then we go down a little bit. You can see this the history tree, which is one of the most important parts in the history manager. So we can view and we can do a lot of necessary operations. Okay, and at the bottom we can see the replay panel. Here we can do some more operations, like we can replay the next operation, or we can just replay all. And also we can suppress next and replay and auto suppress field operations. And if you already have some states, you can use it to play to the next part state. Here I can show you. Replay and play the next state and play the next state. This is the last. Okay, after the elements introduction, next I will show you some feature-based operations. So the first one I would like to show you is suppress and unsuppress. Here I'll use another case. For suppress, you can do it in the right menu, like this, or you can just uncheck the little box. Okay, it will suppress. And if you want to unsuppress, you can just check it, or you can just use the right menu and click unsuppress. Okay, and the next one is check dependency. Like if we check the dependency of the sketch 8, you will see all the parent operations and the children operations. Okay. And the next one is about zoom to feature. For example, if we want to zoom a whole 7, we can right click on it and we click zoom to. Then the whole 7 will be in the middle position of the display area. Okay. And the next one is redefine and edit. We still use this whole as an example. We can redefine it in the right menu. Okay, and also you can double click to redefine it. So for redefine, you can change all the parameters and all the options. Like here, we can change it from a simple hole to a counter bore hole. Okay, it's okay to do it. But for edit, it's a little different. You can only change the values, but not the other options. Okay, you can only change the values. Like here, I can make it like 10 and 6. Okay, and we region it. Okay, it's become smaller. Okay, and the next one is show dimensions. Like for this whole, we can use the right menu to show the dimensions. Then we can change it directly. Like we change it to 3. Okay, it's become smaller. Or we change it to 1 to make it more clear. Okay. And the last one is roll back. Like for we still take whole 7 as example. We can use this one to roll back to the whole 7. And another method is we can just drag the bar and to the top of the whole 7. It's the same as the rollback. Okay. And the last one is unlink. Okay. So sometimes the reference geometry may lost. Then there will be an error message when reading the history. And also there will be a red mark in front of the linked feature. In this case, we can unlink it to make sure the work can continue. So we'll make a simple case to show you. For example, here we make 2 points here. Okay, and then we make a line, and its start point and end point is the 2 points we make before. Okay, and then if we suppress the point feature, and you can see there will be a red mark in front of the line feature. So, and there will be some error message. Okay, so if we want the work to be continued, we can right click and unlink. Then it will keep the original position. Okay. Okay, above is all about feature-based operations. Next, I will show you some history-based operations. The first one is a region history. You can do it here, region, and also you can region it in the right menu. Okay, it will region all the history tree. Okay. The next one is history folder. Sometimes if there are too many steps in the history tree, you can make the history folder to make a better management. To do it, the first step is select the feature you want. Like we select this feature and then right click and we click on the history folder to create state 2, state 3 and etc. Okay, state. Okay. And here we make a simple 2D drawing to show you another benefit of the history state. Okay, 2D sheet. Okay, this is the default view of the part. So let me show you how to create a view based on the status. Okay, standard and advanced. Here you can see we have a part state. We can make state 1. You can see this is state 1, and we can use the same method to create view for state 2. Okay. So this is just a simple case. Sometimes you may need this feature in the sheet metal design. Okay. And the next one I'd like to show you is encapsulate. It's easy to do. Just right click on the blank area and then we select encapsulate. And then you can see all the shape will be defeatured and replaced by static shapes. Okay. Okay, we undo it. Okay. And the next one is frozen. As I mentioned before, the frozen features will not be regenerated to save more time for you. Okay, now I will show you the steps. First, we right click on the blank area and we show frozen bar. Okay, then we drag it to the features you want, like to the whole 6. Okay, then you can see the feature above the frozen bar will be frozen. Okay, and then if you read in the history, the features inside the frozen area will not be regenerated. Okay, it will save you more time. Okay. Next, I will show you an advanced usage of history tree, which is conditional suppress. Sometimes you need to make some flexible design to avoid repetitive work. Take this flange as an example. We can use conditional suppress function to get a part with 2 different status controlled by a parameter. When the flange diameter equals or minus than 50 mm, the hole's quantity will be 6. But when the flange diameter bigger than 50 mm, the number of the flange holes will be 8. So the steps are as follows. First, you need to define the flange diameter as parameter d. Then you define the conditions. which will suppress the feature. And then you can verify the correction by adjusting the parameter D. Okay, now let's move over to ZW3D to show you directly how to make this case. Okay, here you can see this flange, and you may notice that there are two pattern features which are conflicting with each other. Now let me show you the steps to suppress one of them by defining a condition. Okay, so first we need to define a parameter. We can name it D, and we make it 50. Okay, and apply. Here you can see this parameter D, and then we assign the parameter D to the sketch dimension. Show the dimension, and we assign D to it. Then you can see the diameter of the flange will be controlled by the parameter D. Okay, and after that we can make the condition. Okay, right click, conditional suppress, and here you can see pattern 1 and pattern 2. So first we check pattern 1 and we define the condition, which is D bigger than 50, and apply. Then you can see the current state is false, which means it will not be suppressed. And then we define the condition for pattern 2, which is D minus or equals to 50. Please notice the expression. Okay, apply. Then you can see this is true state, which means it will be suppressed in the current value of D. Okay. Okay, then you can see pattern 2 has been suppressed. Okay. Then we try to verify the result. We can adjust the parameter D. We can make it bigger, like 60. Okay. Then we regen the history. Then you can see the pattern 1 will be suppressed, but not the pattern 2. We can check it. You can see now the state of the pattern 1 is true, which means it will be suppressed. And the pattern 2, on the contrary, it will not be suppressed. Okay.